Cool FM.
Station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Rock weekdays with GDG, 4:30 p.m. Pop Fridays with Lisa Malupat, 7:30 p.m.
This time I want
K-Music with Lisa Malupat, weekends, 4:30 p.m. Tambayan ni Chit-Chit, Saturdays, 7:30 p.m. Poppin' Rappin' Sundays with The Computer Parts, Sundays, 9:30 p.m. after koolNews Primetime. Lahat ng yan ay nandito sa Cool FM, ang inyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan. You're listening to Cool FM. Cool FM is a TVH Group of Networks radio station. Tondo's greatest hits are here. You are listening to Cool FM, live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews Primetime.
Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, this is koolNews Primetime. From the headquarters of renovated koolNews Studios, my name is Kurt, and let's get into the headlines for tonight. The Land Transportation Office on Monday suspended 3 more driving schools in Metro Manila and Cavite for alleged fraudulent issuance of theoretical and practical driving course or PDE certificates. In a statement, LTO Chief Assistant Secretary Victor Mendoza II said a driving school in Las Piñas City, another in Caloocan City, and one in Silang, Cavite have been issued 30-day suspensions based on intelligence reports that they issued certificates despite non-completion of the course. TTCs and PTCs are major requirements in the application for a driver's license. We have confirmed fraudulent activities by these driving schools. They are not the subject of an investigation, and part of the due process is to issue them with a show cause order, Mendoza said. An initial report showed the driving schools were issuing PDC and TTC certificates despite not completion of required hours and seminars for their students in exchange for payment. This illegal practice is dangerous. It must be stopped since those who were issued with fraudulent driver's license would most likely endanger the lives of road users for lack of proper training and education, he said. In the SCO signed by LTO Central Accreditation Committee on Driving Institutions Chair Kapua, the driving schools were asked to explain in writing why they should not be punished based on existing LTO rules, particularly the LTO Memorandum Circular number VDM-2023-2460 or the revised Omnibus Guidelines on the Accreditation, Supervision, and Control of Driving Institutions and Standardization of Driver and Conductors Education. On Sunday, Mendoza also ordered a 30-day suspension against 2 driving schools in Lucena City and San Bastian, Tarlac for similar offenses. A high-value suspect was arrested in an anti-drug buy-bust operation inside a Chinese cemetery here, or Cebu City, and seized from him 2.3 billion pesos worth of suspected shabu. Police Lieutenant Christopher Ewan Sanchez Jr. identified the 22-year-old suspect as Juan Gudong, a resident of Barangay Mabolo. Gudong was apprehended by the operatives of the City Drug Enforcement Unit inside the cemetery in Barangay Carreta after he transacted with a poster buyer on Sunday night. The 350 grams of drugs seized were submitted to the crime laboratory while drug charges have been filed against the suspect. Department of Trade and Industry Acting Secretary Major Christina Roque identified that one of the highlights of the recently concluded Association of Southeast Asian Nation Summit in Vientiane, Laos is the signing of the document that will enhance the certainty and transparency of investing in the region. In the press briefing on Monday, Roque said the Philippines signed the fifth protocol to amend ASEAN Comprehensive Investment Agreement last week. The ASEAN made significant progress in several areas of economic integration. Notably, we signed the fifth protocol to amend the ASEAN Comprehensive Investment Agreement. Roque said ending this agreement will make it easier for investors to identify sectors open for investments in the Philippines. DTI Undersecretary for International Trade Group Alan Gupti said in a separate message that the protocol presents a more stable and predictable business environment necessary to attract more capital into the country. The submission of the schedule of reservations pursuant to the fifth protocol would provide greater certainty and transparency in determining which sectors are open for investments because those sectors with market access restrictions or limitations will be accordingly listed, he said. Gupti added that signing the fifth protocol to amend ACIA aligns with the administration's policy to pursue advanced, propulsive, and forward-looking agreement. The ACIA sends also a strong signal to the investment community of the country's readiness to serve as investment hub in the region, especially for smart and sustainable manufacturing, he said. On the sidelines of the ASEAN Summit, the acting TDI chief also had a discussion with some Southeast Asian companies. Aside from biggest Thai fiber cement manufacturer Shira, Roque also made a follow-up on investment plans of AirAsia operator Capital A of Malaysia and the Vin Group, which is one of the largest conglomerates in Vietnam. Roque said the country's attendance in the 45th ASEAN Summit is very successful as President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. was able to convey that the Philippines is open for business. A mentally unstable wife killed her husband with a dumbbell in Barangay Oblacion, Ilot, Saraga, Iloilo on Sunday, October 13. The police found the body of Eduardo, 62, on a sofa soaked with his blood. He was an engineer who left his job in Saudi Arabia 4 months ago to take care of his wife, Mary, 59, a former teacher who was diagnosed with a mental illness. In an interview by RMN Iloilo, Saraga Police Chief Captain Dandy Ilato said Mary called the police station about noon to ask for help, saying she killed her husband. She told authorities that she bashed her husband's head with a dumbbell that weighed 10 kilos after hearing voices that told her to do so. The suspect's family told the police that Mary had been suffering from mental illness and had been taking maintenance medicine. The couple had been together for 30 years but have no children. Mary was detained at the Saraga police station, although the family was still debating if they would file charges against her. And now for the business headlines. The local stock market rebounded on Monday while the peso closed weaker against the dollar. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index went up by 0.22% to 7,326.41, while all shares also rose 2.24% to 4,024.72. Except for services, which declined by 0.49%, all sectoral indices closed in the green, led by mining and oil, which went up by 2.05%. Philippine shares made minor gains as investors gear up for another week of fresh economic data and events that will drive price action movement, Regina Capital Development Corporation Managing Director Louis Limlingan said. Limlingan said that for this week, the key U.S. economic event to watch is the retail sales report, scheduled for release on Thursday. Additionally, several Federal Reserve officials will be speaking throughout the week, with Governor Waller addressing audiences on both Monday and Friday, and Governor Culler scheduled for Tuesday, he said. Locally, the Monetary Board will hold its policy-setting meeting on October 16, coinciding with the release of August cash revenues data. Gainers outnumber decliners at 128 to 73, leaving 54 unchanged. The peso, meanwhile, closed weaker at 57.47 pesos to a dollar on Monday from 57.21 last Friday. It opened the day at 57.28 and traded between 57.26 to 57.5, bringing the weighted average of the day to 57.367. Foreign exchange volume fell to $780.38 million $780.38 million from $1.32 billion pesos during the previous trading. And Malakanon on Monday said it will support the filing of complaints against National Police Commission or NAPOLCOM Commissioner Eduardo Leonardo over his alleged involvement in the killings during the Duterte administration. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin made the pronouncement after Leonardo was tagged in the House of Representatives Spot Committee hearing as one of those who allegedly planned the killing of former Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Board of Board Secretary Wesley Barayuga in 2020 and 3 Chinese drug convicts in 2016. The palace will support the filing but will leave the decision to file entirely to the DOJ or the Department of Justice or Ombudsman. Bersamin told palace reporters through Viber. Malakanon on Sunday confirmed that Leonardo had resigned from his position. During the court panel's hearing on September 27, Police Lieutenant Colonel Santi Mendoza implicated Leonardo, saying Leonardo contacted him about operating a high-value drug target who happened to be Barayuga. Senior Superintendent Gerardo Padilla, former Davao prison chief, also averred that he had a conversation with Leonardo and former police colonel Rowena Garma about killing 3 Chinese nationals in the Davao prison and penal farm in August 2016. Leonardo denied the accusations and was cited for contempt by the court panel for allegedly lying. He was then ordered detained at the house premises. It is now 9:10 in the evening and we will get into the more national, international, along with the showbiz headlines when we return here on koolNews Primetime. So stick around people, we will be right back.
Hello?
Hello, Tay. Kumusta na po kayo?
Ito, okay lang kami, anak.
Namimiss ko na kayo eh.
Kami nga rin, anak. Namimiss ka na namin ng nanay mo.
Alagaan ninyo ang inyong mga sarili, ha?
Oo naman. Haba, kami pa. Eto nga, ako ngayon nagkakarpintero eh.
Ha? Pati ba naman yan? Ginagawa nyo pa?
Wala ito, anak. Nagpapapawis lang naman eh.
Tay,
Hmm.
gusto ko pagdating ko dyan, masaya tayong lahat.
Abay, oo naman.
Oo nga pala, huwag niyong kalilimutan. Dapat araw-araw kayong mag-vitamin C, ha? Yung Mark C.
Oo naman, anak. Oo, yung Mark C.
Sige po, Tay. Bye-bye. Mag-Mark C, ha?
Okay, anak. Ingat ka dyan. Maraming salamat. Bye! Mag-Mark C araw-araw para always kang healthy. Ang Mark C ay mabibili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan, botika at drugstores dito sa inyong lugar. Ascorbic acid plus zinc is the generic name of Mark C.
Come on and celebrate, celebrate Christmas, celebrate, celebrate Christmas, celebrate Christmas. It's the happiest month to be, perfect for all, for you and for me. Joy from season one and all, celebrate Christmas at SM Malls. Celebrate Christmas at SM Malls.
Kati-kati, alipunga, buni, at galis? Huwag nang problemahin pa. Magdobleng proteksyon sa Dr. S. Wong. Step 1. Mag Dr. S. Wong Sulfur Soap Yellow sa pagligo. Step 2. Mag Dr. S. Wong's Whitfield's Ointment, tulong proteksyon at lunas sa makating fungi. Magaan lang sa bulsa. Huwag nang tiisin ng kati-kati at fungi. Mag Dr. S. Wong. Dr. S. Wong Sulfur Soap Yellow at Dr. S. Wong's Whitfield's Ointment. Sulfur is the generic name of Dr. S. Wong Sulfur Soap. Benzoic acid plus salicylic acid is the generic name of Whitfield's Ointment. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
As an actor, harsh lights, debris, and intense scenes can harm our eyes. Dad, kaya naman we visit EO Executive Optical for expert eye care and state-of-the-art facilities. So if you love your eyes, visit EO Executive Optical.
Sige na, sagutin mo na ako.
Ano ka? Sinuswerte?
Yes! Sa San Miguel Beer, Tansan Katutak Panalo under the crown promo. Uminom at silipin ng Tansan at baka manalo. May 6 na Toyota Zenix HEV, 40 Yamaha NMAX na motor, 250 Samsung A15 smartphones, libo-libong San Miguel Beer shirts, jackets, at libreng beer. Up to 100 million pesos worth of prizes. Sali na sa San Miguel Beer, Tansan Katutak Panalo under the crown promo. Promo from July 1 to December 31, 2024 for DOH FDA CFRR permit number 0646 series of 2024. Drink responsibly.
Hi, gusto ko i-check ang status ng PhilHealth ko, pero wala naman akong time para pumunta sa PhilHealth office.
Ay, madali lang yan. Pumunta lang sa website ng PhilHealth para makita ang iyong membership at contribution records gamit ang iyong laptop, tablet, kahit cellphone. At kung self-paying member ka naman, pwede ka pang magbayad ng contributions mo doon. Kaya mag-register na sa PhilHealth Member Portal gamit ang iyong PhilHealth Identification Number. Mag-login lang sa www.philhealth.gov.ph.
Pare, alam mo ba pag may diabetes, humihina ang immune system. Kaya sabi ng mga pro, araw-araw mag-Immune Pro.
The only one with Zinc Plus technology. Kaya buo ang vitamin C at zinc at most prescribed by doctors. Tulungang palakasin ang immune system with proper diet and exercise. Magtiwala sa Pro. Immune Pro.
Unilab yan.
Sodium ascorbate plus zinc is the generic name of Immune Pro. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Cherry Fur for Kitties.
Cherry Fur Syrup?
Cherry Fur for Kitties.
Cherry Fur Tangkad Sagad. Ang Cherry Fur Syrup ay may chlorella growth factor na tulong para may maximum growth potential. Pwedeng masukat sa growth charts with proper diet and exercise. Tapos, siksik pa sa growth nutrients like taurine, lysine, and more. Cherry Fur Syrup. Tangkad Sagad.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Cherry Fur Syrup ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin pang...
Bayad po!
Oh, supli!
15 minus 40? Paano? 10 po dapat na sukli ko.
Talino activated sa tulong ng Talino Booster Formula for multivitamins, minerals plus lysine Nutroplex. With proper diet and exercise, bilis easy pa ang anak mo.
Unilab yan.
Multivitamins plus minerals plus lysine is the generic name of Nutroplex.
Coco Martin po, certified Argentina corned beef lover. Kasi naman, ang hibla, malaman. Made with 100% real beef pa. At masarap talaga. Hinahanap-hanap kita. Sarap ng Argentina. Sa presyong abot kaya. Promise. Busog ang araw-araw ko. As part of 3 complete meals.
Try the new Surf App Con Bigate. Surf App Con Bigate. Mabangot pinarami. Surf App Con Bigate. Pang-overload na siya sa dami.
Surf App kung bigatin pack. Mas pinarami, mas mabango versus Surf App kung 25ml pack. 6 pesos SRP pa rin.
Kulang na yung pension ni Lolo. May dagdag pa kaya yan?
Tropa, paano ba magkaroon ng pensyon?
Yung interest sa SSS at GSIS, pwede kayang mas mababa.
10 years na akong teacher. May makukuha na kaya akong pensyon?
Para bawat tanong, may sagot. Para isulong ang kapakanan at karapatan ng mga miyembro at pensyonado ng SSS at GSIS.
Para sa mas malakas at matibay na pension system.
SSS, GSIS, Pensionado Party List. Bawat Pilipino, dapat pensyonado.
Pag crispy pata ang ulam ni Bunso, masakit daw sa ngipin. Aray! Pag laging nagdo-toothbrush with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, ang tibay ng ngipin ko! Versus non-fluoride calcium carbonate toothpaste. Colgate, ngiping matibay. Ngiping palaban. With regular use.
Hard to pronounce, but easy to transact.
Ay, padala ko na lang sa sa Lolilin.
Nahihirapan ka rin bang bigkasin ang brand name ng M. Lulier? English speakers commonly pronounce it as Lulier. But for Filipinos, mas madaling ibigkas ang Luilier. Pwede rin gamitin ang initials na ML, which stands for M. Lulier. Pero kahit anong pronunciation pa man yan, lahat pwede. Sa M. Lulier, mahirap man bigkasin, mabilis, at madali naman ang bawat transaksyon. Walang cheche-boreche.
Dati, wala pang aray sa likod. At dati, wala pang aray sa kasukasuan. Paulit-ulit ang pain, mag-Skelan.
Sa Skelan, ang daling gumalaw. Long-lasting bisa buong araw. Tuloy-tuloy ang ginhawa ko. Pag-aray dapat Skelan.
Unilab yan.
Para sa babalik-balik nga sakit, Eskelan.
Up to 12 hours relief. Naproxen sodium is the generic name of Skelan. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Ang paboritong evening tambayan ng bawat kalamaw. Napapakinggan at napapanood pa sa radyo. Sa pagsapit ng alas 6:30 ng gabi, kami ang iyong makakasama.
Ito ang Tulugan!
With Master Gio, Fridays and Saturdays on Cool FM.
Feeling good while you work. Cool FM.
Welcome back to Cool News Primetime. Let's continue with the headlines for tonight. Brothers Erwin and Ben Tufo led the Sarandon survey conducted after the filing of the Certificate of Candidacy, market research firm Tang-Ere announced on Monday. According to the survey conducted from October 10 to 12, ACT-CAS party list Representative Erwin Tufo remained prominent to voters with an increase of 4.5% voter preference rate, Tang-Ere Chief Executive Officer Martin Penaflor said. Erwin received a total voter preference rate of 62.33%, Penaflor added. Meanwhile, media personality Ben Tufo saw a 6.42% increase in his voter preference rate, improving his ranking from 6th place last month to 2nd place in the recent polls. Voters from Metro Manila, Mindanao, and Northern Luzon were the primary drivers of increase for the 6.42% increase of Ben Tufo, with a total voter preference of 49%, Penaflor explained in the press conference. Tang-Ere also noted that 9 of the top 12 senators in the recent polls come from the Marcos administration slate. Among them are incumbent senators Pia Catiano with 46.08%, Lito Lupit with 31.67%, and Francis Tolentino with 31.46%. For former senators, Tito Soto with 46.50%, Manny Pacquiao with 42.21%, and Pamphilo Ping Lacson with 38.92%, Makati Mayor Abby Binay with 36.70%, and former Interior Secretary Benher Abalos with 33.42%. Penaflor said Mindanao votes garnered by former President Rodrigo Duterte during the Sadako Post were distributed among the Tufo brothers and Lacson. When Duterte didn't file his COC, his voter preference rate from the previous survey, when we analyzed it, it went to 3 major people: Erwin Tufo, Bang Tufo, and Ping Lacson. Lacson went from 14 to 7 in 1 month, and his voter preference is driven by voters 36 years old and above, similar to the voter preference back then of then President Rodrigo Duterte. His votes were also driven by voters from Calabarzon and Davao region, he explained. Tang-Ere also had anticipated that some of the Duterte's votes would shift to Senator Bongo, but they only saw a 0.5% voter preference increase from the previous month. Our analysis is that people are no longer aligning go to the former president, Penaflor said. When he mentioned Bongo, what comes to mind first? Last year, it was Duterte, his special aide. Now, if you ask Bongo, it's Malasakit or Compassion, referring to the Malasakit program. Duterte is no longer at the top of mind, and that's the best stage of awareness, he added in Filipino. When asked if Go's involvement in retired police scholar Rowena Garmas exposed on the Duterte administration's blackboard could further impact his standing, Penaflor said this will be revealed in the results of next month's survey. Also making the top 1 central survey list is Sagip Party List Representative Rondante Marcoleta, garnering a total voter preference of 31.88%. Marcoleta's result is driven by respondents from Mindanao, particularly the Davao region, the market research firm said. The Tang-Ere National Survey was conducted through a mobile-based app with a sample size of 2,400 participants, yielding a margin of error of positive negative of 1.98% at a 95% confidence level. According to Penaflor, only 600 of the 2,400 respondents selected a full 12-seat senator lineup. On average, respondents voted for just 8 senators, which the firm attributes to factors such as low candidate awareness and preference. The survey employed a stratified random sampling method based on quotas and was distributed all across the country, the market research firm said. It included 12% of respondents from the National Capital Region, 23% from Northern Luzon, 22% from Southern Luzon, 20% from Visayas, and 23% from Mindanao, Penaflor added. Tang-Ere, an award-winning market research company focused on technology applications and innovation, is a member of the Marketing and Opinion Research Society of the Philippines and the Philippine Association of National Advertisers. One moment, guys. NBHW party list representative Angelica Natashako on Monday said that every party list representative Wilbur Lee admitted that it was his communications team that was behind the splicing of videos taken during the budget deliberations shuffle at the House of Representatives. Go and Marikina 2nd District Representative Stella Quimpo filed a complaint against Lee before the House Committee on Ethics and Privileges. According to Ko and Quimpo, there were different videos of Lee's aggressive behavior last September 25 while the House was debating on the proposed 2025 budget of the Department of Health, but these videos did not show what actually happened. And if I also may add, he admitted that it was his communications team who spliced the video. And then he told his team that I was dragged into the issue, so he was upset because I was dragged into the issue, Ko told reporters in an impassioned interview. Ko said that his family and the Lees are friends, hence Lee's reaction towards his team. Ko, however, noted that other parties might have taken advantage of what Lee's them supposedly did to splice the videos. But the point is, it is true that there are spliced videos coming from his team. Although he may not be aware of this, it already happened, Ko said. A quick search of Quimpo and Lee's names on social media would show different videos using the narrative that Lee was supposedly mad at Quimpo over other issues. It is unclear, however, if these were the videos that Ko was referring to. Inquiry.net sought the side of Representative Lee, who has yet to reply as opposed in time. Earlier though, Lee clarified that it was never his intention to hurt or bully Quimpo and Ko when he came over to them during the budget deliberations. According to Lee, he respects the decision of the two lawmakers to file an ethics complaint against him. Quimpo and Ko said they filed the complaint as they felt threatened when Lee aggressively came up to them while they were defending the DOH project. During the said session, Lee was seen grabbing the microphone from Senator Deputy Minority Leader and Northern Samar 1st District Representative Baldaza, who was moving to terminate the deliberations as no minority leader wanted to ask questions about DOH's budget. However, Ko revealed last October 2 that they have urged the House Committee on Ethics and Privileges to investigate Lee's actions, as only the mic grabbing incident was seen and not Lee's alleged threats against her and Quimpo. According to Ko, Lee demanded that he be allowed to speak or else he would stage a commotion, forcing Quimpo to duck behind the podium out of fear that Lee might assault her, quote-unquote. But according to Lee, he did not intend to disrespect the institution, adding that his action was brought upon by a desire to secure commitments from DOH and the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation regarding the lowering of out-of-pocket medical expenses. Quimpo said Lee has not yet apologized to her personally 2 weeks after the incident. Instead, Quimpo said Lee wrote a letter to House Committee on Appropriations Chairperson and Acapulco Party List Representative Elisa Dico. In the letter, Lee apologized for his demeanor during the discussion, saying that it was just brought about by the intense passion and sense of duty to enter into the records the commitments we are demanding from DOH and PhilHealth. This is gonna take time. Bear with me for this one here. Time for international headlines. Sri Lanka closed schools in the capital Colombo and suburbs on Monday as heavy rains triggered floods in many parts of the island nation. Heavy downpours over the weekend have wreaked havoc in many parts of the country, flooding homes, fields, and roads. 3 people drowned, while some 134,000 people have been affected by flooding, according to the country's disaster management center. The center said rains and floods have damaged 240 houses and nearly 7,000 people have been evacuated. Authorities have cut electricity in some areas as a precaution. Navy and Army troops have been deployed to rescue victims and provide food and other essentials. Local television channels showed flooded towns in the suburbs of Colombo. In some areas, waters reached the roofs of houses and shops. Sri Lanka has been grappling with severe weather conditions since May, mostly caused by heavy monsoon rains. In June, 60 people died due to floods and mudslides. And finally, we're going a little bit over time here. Apologies for that one, but we're going to the last headlines, that is entertainment now, as Alex Gonzaga declared that her body is in a much better condition to conceive after several failed pregnancies with husband Lipa City Councilor Mickey Morada. At the press conference, Gonzaga shared that she previously went through another in vitro fertilization and lymphocyte immunization therapy procedure to prepare herself for pregnancy. The actress internet personality also shared that she was informed that there was something wrong with her thyroglobulin, a type of protein produced by the thyroid gland, which in turn affected her ability to conceive a child. I think we are really running out of time, so we're going to end it here, and that concludes Cool News Primetime. As always, if you have any suggestions or feedback that you'd like to share, you can get in touch with us at tvhthephilippines.news@gmail.com. And join us again for more news headlines with Cool News at noon tomorrow at 12 p.m. after a few good mornings. Until then, I'm Cairo. We will now return to hang out with Mama. Good night.